Welcome back to the crossroad of Unaleska, and that is me. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new, the subscribe button and follow me. I do want to share this witch hat that I got from Salem, Massachusetts, and show it off for a little. So I found this. If you want to visit the witch house, the black witch house, it's all black. You can look it up, and basically across the street, every witch shop or store was selling it for like $60. And so I was able to find it for $30, the hat. And I don't usually wear this, but I really like it. And I decided to put some of the pins, as you can see. Some of them are from the Ouija Museum and from other museums as well. So I just wanted to share that. The purpose of this video is to share who I am. They call us content creator. I'm just a normal person just like you. And so basically I'm very crafty. I like using my hands and create oils, create sprays, create incenses, and also I love to create art. Like to be able to create and give it as an offering to the God. I do want to express about where I'm at in life. I am a mother of two boys, 10, and the other is 18 years old. I am married. Like, this is a vulnerable story to share with you. I look all great, amazing. Where I'm at is because I overcame trauma. I came from a background of Christianity who caused and inflicted harm, who were prostitutes, gold diggers. One of the spouses are narcos. The word is narcotraficante, killers. My mother and father and my brother and me almost got killed because of that man that my aunt married to. And she knew about it. And we lived in her home, and she had drugs in there. This was back in the 90s. And I remember, I believe I was like 7 or 6 years old. A van came in. It looked at like, I guess, telephone or internet company with a van came in and they rang the bell. And guess what? They weren't even that. They came with guns, two men. They used cables and tied the wrists of my mother and father and their ankles. And at the same time, they put black bags in their face. My brother, who's 1 year younger than me, saw that one of the men who came trying to search for the drug that was hiding upstairs in the bathroom underneath a floor that was covered with a tile, saw that the thief left his gun there, and my brother got the gun and pointed at him. He could have killed him. And the guy came with a ball and said, "Take this ball. Don't do that." And of course, my brother took the ball and gave him the gun. And until my mother said, "Yeah, I know where the drug is." And they were able to get the drug and leave. And then because my mother snitched about the drug, my aunt threw me, my brother, and my parents out to the streets. And my pastor grandfather came to save us and moved us into their home. So I do not have childhood that was wonderful. And I'm not very proud of them. And another thing is that family, like brothers and sisters, would always steal money from each other. And they stole money from my mother too. And they falsely, one of them, falsely put the signature of a home of my grandfather's property under their name and kept it and did not share it amongst the brothers and sisters. They keep fighting for the property. And that aunt tries to communicate with me and say, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I don't want to know anything about them. There's a lot of negative energy from that family that I don't want whatsoever. There was a point when my mom got sick, because when they were sick, the brothers and sisters, my mom would go and take care of them too. And these are things that I just observed. And then my aunts would sleep with different men just for money, regardless if they were married. So, am I very proud of that? No, I'm not. There was also to the point where she got sick because my autistic sister, who was a teenager by that time, was raped by her own husband, my mother's husband. And he was a man of God and used the words of the Bible. And all of them, like the brothers and sisters, including my mom, knows the Bible, my memory. None of them followed the example of Jesus Christ. Love thy neighbor. So these are things that, yes, those are weaknesses from human beings, but it's not an excuse that you make mistakes, including on purpose, and putting your family in danger, and using your family and just creating disputes and disruptions and hatred and separation, that it affects your next generation. So when my mother was sick because of all that happened of my sister being raped, I recall that I moved to upstate New York as a active duty service member in the military. And while she and all of my mother's family side is in Bronx, New York. Like, she fell with all the stress. Nobody wanted to take her. They said, go to a shelter. So she went to a shelter in Manhattan with my sister. And she fell and she hit her head. Open it. There was like staples, 9 staples. And it was one of the nurses who called me saying, are you your sister's, who is autistic, sister? And I'm like, yes. Your mother's in the hospital. We need you to take your sister, who is unable to take care of herself. I took emergency leave, being active duty, and I drove more than 7 hours from my place as a daughter who loves my mother and cares for my sister, and picked them up, removed them from the shelter, decided to take care of my mother and sister, and welcome them into my home and help my mother recover her health. And I will tell you, kid you not, those family members were calling, oh, how is she? Oh, Leska, you're such a good daughter. And it just baffled me. They only cared during that moment, and they would reach out to me. So I went, I did my research and search for the town where I was located at, because being a military service member, I already have medical care in my families, but my mother did not, and my sister did not, because she came from Florida and then to New York City, so she lost her medical benefits from New York. So when I brought her, I helped her with that. There were times that my mother could not use the bathroom, could not like shower on her own, she was wearing diapers, and I would help her shower. And while at the same time, I had my autistic sister who was unable to serve herself food. Her mentality was like a child. Because she got raped, remembering the abuse. And at the same time, I had to take care of her and step out of work and then take care of my mom. So I did the best that I could to help my sister receive the resource and care, receiving the counseling. So I did my best as a daughter, as a sister, to help them receive the care to recover from their trauma. But it also affected my family because they were watching their trauma, and at the same time, it was affecting pulling me from my workplace. So the good thing is I had leadership who were very supportive, and they allowed me to step out and go to their medical appointments to the point where she was able to get her own apartment, and they were both able to move there. But then my mother couldn't take care of her still and was trying to put the responsibility of me taking care of my sister. And I could not take that responsibility. Although she's like my sister, I never had that relationship with her. I never get to know her that well. I did knew about the father until my mother said, you know what, you can contact the father. So I contacted the father, and the father went and picked her up from the airport and took care of her. But then my mother, all of a sudden, because she also had, would not make the right decisions. And it was just self-sabotaging herself. So she would also suffer from the abuse that she suffered from her ex-husband. He's in jail at Florida. It's unfortunate that happened to my sister, but I did the best. I also helped my mother to get the benefits of Social Security. It was to the point that I decided, you know what, I don't want to visit those family members. I don't want nothing that is related to them. I don't want to be like them, and I don't want my children to learn from that behavior. And I've endured so much abuse, mistreatment. I just had enough. And with Goddess Hecate, I was able to express that pain. And I'm just proud of myself of being resilient. And that's something that the craft has helped me understand myself, to be able to connect with other witch content creators. I aspire like Oleander Sky from the Witch of the Mushroom Forest. She is fearless. There's no filters from her. I've learned from her to protect myself, to ward my place. I've learned from her the left-hand path, to not fear it, to not judge it, to embrace it, and empower myself. So thank you again, Oleander Sky. You think you might not have done anything, but you have been a blessing in disguise. Having Goddess Hecate being a part of my life and having me change for the betterment as a practitioner has helped me mature and also be able to be who I am without limiting myself. Not all of us know what we're going through. I want you to know that if you are dealing with depression, with abuse, trauma, it's okay to express yourself, to not bottle it up. I want you to care for yourself. I want you to recognize that it's not okay to endure the pain, that it's not okay for you to be abused or taken advantage of. Witchcraft is very empowering. I just want you to know that it's okay. I am here with you as you have been here for me. So thank you.